All right, day 2, we are making inroads to discovering new habits, right? Because that's ultimately what we're doing here. We're committing to the process of making new habits, and those habits are already teed up for success. Now, that being said, I have been a little bit surprised because this is where you start to get into the numbers, right? Yesterday, I absolutely believed that when I sat down here, I'd be able to contact 10 people and get them to just boop, 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 right? Just subscribe to my YouTube channel. That was not the case, right? So that was a bit of a learning curve. So that's me starting to understand my math, right? The place from what, we call in real estate contact to sale ratio, right? So now I'm starting to understand my contact to subscription button on YouTube. It's not one-to-one. I thought it absolutely would be, but I didn't factor into the fact that a lot of my friends have already subscribed, right? So I spend a lot of time talking to people yesterday who had already subscribed, and that's great, but that didn't move the needle in the same manner that I wanted it to, right? So this week is really me diving into understanding how many people do I have to contact and by what means. So what is my contact to subscribe button click, right? So it's not contact to sale ratio, it's so then that will help me understand the reality of my math, so that I can start to make all of this, right, more predictable. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make your business and life predictable. And so I know if I'm coaching someone in real estate, they know their numbers. In order to make one sale, I have to make 300 calls. Well, great. Now we have information to really start making decisions as far as how many sales do you want to make a year. And once you have that number, then you just know how many people you have to contact, and it's a done deal, right? Because you understand your skill set, and then from there, you can start to play with scripts and other things that are affecting that contact to sale ratio. What's your language, right? How are you presenting yourself? But again, we're not there yet. We're just getting comfortable and in the groove of contacting people, 10 people a day. Okay, so today I'm going to be focusing on a database of people that I'm in a group with, right? And so I have this database, right, that was given to me as a member of this group. And so I'm going to be reaching out to them individually and introducing myself and saying I'm excited to be, in this class with you. Here's a little bit about me, what I have going on, and what I find really exciting. Tell me about you, And so it's just a way for me to make friends and introduce myself a little bit, and hopefully, move the needle a little bit in terms of how many people do I have subscribing to me. So let's take a look this morning and see where we are. As of this morning, I have 663 subscribers. Okay, so we're going to continue to watch that number, see what I need to do in order to adjust my habits and what I'm doing here this morning in order to, continue to get that number up. All right, and then also to understand my math in terms of my contact to subscription button number. All right, so that's what we're doing this week. Yesterday felt super clunky and new, as it should have, right? That's totally normal. I felt not organized and like I was winging it, because I was a little bit. I'm, again, launching into a new territory that I've never been. So I give myself permission to make mistakes, have it be clunky, have it be, in a way, new, right? But by next week and the week after that, wow, I'm going to have a lot more of a groove here, right? Yesterday, oh my gosh, I got so many people's phone numbers just by putting that thing on Facebook, and other people raised their hand and said, you know what? I'm lonely too. Let's check in with each other. We can be friends, not just digitally, but in real life as well. And I got so many lovely messages. So that was really working yesterday. I'm going to follow up on a bunch of these people who've reached out to me that I haven't had a chance to call. I'm going to be working on this database of fellow students that I'm in a class with, and just keep working like that. We're going to be talking about other campaigns and things like you can do, which really will help you move the needle in your business, right? And so we have that to look forward to. But yeah, this week we're keeping it really simple, right? That's a big thing. to step up every morning and say, I'm going to go and call 10 people and check in with them. That's just step one. That's just where we are. We're just going to live with that, right? Maybe even for the first 3 weeks until I get that under my belt and that doesn't feel like such a big deal, right? Because you do feel very vulnerable, right? When you're reaching out to these people with your hopes and dreams and saying, will you please come on board? Right? That feels very vulnerable. But once you get into the habit of doing that and you just start to language that, and no matter where you are, you always have that in the back of your mind. I know as a real estate agent, you just always have those scripts prepared right in your back pocket. Whenever it comes up in conversation, you're always looking for people who are, saying that they have real estate interest or needs. Right? So it's going to be the same for me, and I'm going to be looking through conversations, right? Because I have it programmed just in my reticulated activator to look for opportunity, right? So that's what we're going to be doing here today. So I'm excited to get going, make my calls, make some friends' days, right? Make sure, one of my favorite sayings is, if you want to, I forget how it goes exactly, but it's something along the lines of, if you want to make your day, make someone else's. Right? And that's so true. Go out and make someone else's day and it will make your day. I promise you. All right? We're just going to keep going on this and I will check in with you soon. Bye.